Hello friends, this is Jennifer Terri and welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll talk about travel experiences, actual experiences of people who traveled to the Philippines. So some are good experiences and some are bad. But this video is in no way will try to discourage you in traveling to the Philippines, alright? For the bad experiences, we get to learn from them to avoid the bad experiences. But before we proceed, if you are following the travel updates in the Philippines, subscribe to my channel because that's what I do. So without further ado, let's start. Let's first start with the story of a former Filipino, Mariam. So Mariam wrote on the comment section on one of my videos. So Mariam said, "Hi Terry, I was offloaded on February 25 from Dubai for the second time as the airline insisted that there is no issuance of 9A visa, whereas I kept telling them that I am under the category of a former Filipino Balikbayan program." She was very stressed that the airline wasn't familiar with the immigration rules in the Philippines at all. And you will not believe that despite that they are one of the most expensive airlines, they have not gone through the content. She was not able to board her flight Dubai to Clark. So that's very unfortunate because the airline didn't know about the Balikbayan program. So she filed a complaint after she got home and then she was boarded onto the next flight the next day after, February 26. Our next experience is from Johnny. "Hi Jennifer, yes, in London, Qatar Airways. So I almost got refused to board because they said we need a visa to the Philippines. I kept telling them we don't because we are under Balikbayan privilege. So no communication between the airlines and the Philippines government. They had to email immigration in Manila and they confirmed our story. So we were allowed to fly to Manila." So Johnny is the one I've been telling you guys. Oh my gosh, he encountered so many issues traveling to the Philippines. By the way, it's his last day of quarantine today, so congrats, Johnny. Aww. This is Qatar Airways. That's too bad. What we can learn from their stories is that you'll be surprised that some airlines are not even familiar with the rules in the Philippines with the Balikbayan privilege. To avoid this mistake, if you're flying with a foreign airline, call them in advance. Explain your situation, especially if you are a Balikbayan visa-free foreign spouse, former Filipino, call them in advance just to avoid these kinds of situations. The next thing is be a knowledgeable traveler, right? So that if this foreign airline tried to refuse you to board, then you can explain to them. You can say, "Look, here is the Bureau of Immigration announcement. I am allowed to enter the Philippines. I am visa-free." So this is the latest travel advisory which clearly states that Balikbayan privilege, right? So I'll put this link in the description box, guys. Next we have is from Michael Ware. "I did my COVID test and I had all my paperwork. When I got to Turkish Airlines, they claimed I had the wrong COVID test. I never was told that the information by anyone's website." So Michael Ware took the rapid test, but what was required of Turkish Airlines was a RT-PCR COVID test. So guys, make sure that you have the right type of test, okay, that the airline or your transiting country requires. Because some airlines will not accept a rapid test. Some airlines only accept RT-PCR tests. So please contact your airline and don't expect them to let you know, "Oh, we require this, oh, we require that." I've learned from people's stories that airlines are not very helpful. You have to be vigilant yourself. Move on to another story from Mayet. "For all future arrivals in NAIA, Terminal 1 and Terminal 3, please avoid Padlab. It is such a headache. It's my day 5 today and until now they haven't done my swab test. I've been following up since this morning and another agent even said I don't have a schedule today. This is so frustrating given this stressing quarantine." So this one is about a delayed COVID test from Padlab. So I messaged Mayet and she said that she tried emailing, calling and messaging them through their Facebook page, Padlab, but they didn't answer. And according to her hotel, there are already many complaints about Padlab on being delayed in their service. And she said that if she had known that this would happen, she said she would have chosen Red Cross. And a few days later, I messaged Mayet just today and confirmed whether she did actually have her test on that day. And she said yes, she did by 6 p.m. And she said that the reason for the delay, according to the nurse, is that only 3 persons per hotel with at least 200 people to be tested. So it's lack of manning. And she said that she really begged the other day through their Facebook to get her result, and they sent it by 11 a.m. And the next we have is from Jean. I don't recommend staying at Hotel Manila in Taguig. The room was dusty, the breakfast tastes like hospital food, and they do not allow rice cookers to be used in the rooms. I paid around $1,000 for 7 nights. Ooh, very expensive. Normally, $300 a night. So me and my son will be comfortable, but they don't have microwave. The kettle is not working. TV remote is not working. And the toilet has trouble flushing. It's not worth your money. The room looks nice though. And she added that when she ordered food delivery online, it took them 15 minutes to give her food. She felt bad for the delivery driver who waited for 15 minutes just to get her payment. And another person backed this up. She said, me and my husband also stayed in that hotel for almost a week when our baby was admitted from St. Luke's. It was one of the worst hotels for me. Lots of boogers on the wall. Yeah, you're right. It's super dusty. And me and my husband got sick, so we decided to move to another hotel. I mean, the room looks nice, but based on those stories, So when you book your hotel, go check out the reviews on Google or on agodahotel.com. Especially if it's an expensive one, mate. She paid so much. Alright, let's move on to another story. So this one is from Chloe. This was regarding the LGU quarantine, the final destination. So she said that there was a post about somebody who was complaining that, it's a quarantine is so long. My LGU said I have to quarantine for another 14 days when I get there. So Chloe commented, I totally understand your frustrations. I feel exactly what you're feeling now. When I first learned about LGU here in General Santos, I arrived last February 3, went straight to quarantine hotel, spent 7 days there, and then February 10, she arrived in Gensan. By that time there, she learned that she has to spend another 7 days on a hotel, get tested, and then another 7 days. So total 21 days quarantine in Gensan. And she won't be able to go anywhere until after February 24. And a little background about her, she traveled with her 2-year-old daughter from Japan. Oh my gosh, quarantine for 21 days with a 2-year-old. Guys, those who are traveling with children, please coordinate with your local government unit before traveling to the Philippines. Let's move on to a family. This is about quarantine. This one is controversial. There's so much confusion about this. So this is Mary. Share ko lang. It's very sad. Who stayed here in one hotel in one room together with their husband and daughter or son. Because I read somewhere here that they quarantined together. She shared the message from her hotel. Hi, Miss Mary. Please be advised that currently the rooms are for single occupancy only. Since you have a 3-year-old traveling with you, you will be required to get 2 rooms. 1 adult in one room, 1 adult plus 1 child on the other room. Oh my gosh. So this hotel does not allow them to travel out to quarantine together. So guys, with regards to family quarantining together, the thing is, some hotels allow it, some hotels don't. See, different hotels have their different interpretations of the government mandates. So what I would suggest, if you are a couple or a family traveling together, contact the hotel, ask them, do you allow us to quarantine together? If they don't, then move on to another hotel. There's more than 200 quarantine hotels you can choose from, alright? And if they say through call that it's allowed, have it in writing. Get an email. So there are many hotels there that allow families to quarantine together, like Kimberly Hotel, Hotel Sogo, Kimberly Hotel, what else? Heritage Hotel. Yeah, that's what I can mention. Or Savoy Hotel for now. Okay? So before you book, call them. And next we have, this is a success story. Traveling with a child and a dog. What? I remember somebody commented about this before. Alright, so this story is from Gladys. So they are a family from Canada. So they traveled with 2 adults, 1-year-old baby, and a dog. So they arrived last February 19 at 4 a.m. and they are in the hotel before 6 p.m. So this family stayed at Kimberly Hotel. Their room was a premier suite. It had a kitchen with microwave, stove, kettle, pot, so you can cook. There's a dining area. It didn't include food, but ordering online was allowed. And the room costed them 3,350 pesos per night. And as for the dog, there was of course a plain fee and another 450 pesos, which was collected when they arrived in the Philippines. Oh, look at that dog, it's so cute. So was the dog quarantined? No. So their family picked up the dog from the hotel along with their luggages. Somebody asked her, do you mind sharing what documents you presented at NAIA when traveling with your dog? So Gladys replied that health certificate, vaccine certificate, microchip, veterinary health certificate for the Philippines, and an entry permit from the Bureau of Animal Industry. So if you guys are thinking of traveling with a dog, there's a website you can look at. There's pettravel.com. So that is all, friends. So in summary, we can tell that some airlines are not really knowledgeable about the travel rules in the Philippines. If you are a former Filipino availing balikbayan privilege, you are a foreign spouse traveling with your Filipina wife, it's very important that you are aware of the rules so that when they try to question your entry, you can explain, you can show them, look, this is the travel advisory. Okay? Don't take no for an answer if you know that you are in the right. Okay? Lavan. And what else? Hotels. Okay? If you're a family traveling together, call the hotel if they allow you to quarantine together. If they don't allow, then go to another hotel. Thank you. Next. There's so many other quarantine hotels out there. And another thing, be prepared about the quarantine rules in your final destination. Contact your LGU before traveling to the Philippines so you have an idea on how long you will be quarantined for. And I think that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Comment your questions if you have any. I'll see you again with another travel update. Don't forget to like this video. Bye!